So here's the scene where I was hit with negative circumstances and how I learned to rescue myself so that I can go back to a state where everything is working in my favor. So in this scene, this true story, I was going for a bike ride with my kids. And as I was riding, I got hit with something from the sky. It fell on my foot and I was forced to stop at my bike ride, which got ruined as far as I thought. However, there was a hedge on the side, which looked like it was totally solid, but my kids all of a sudden grabbed my hand and said, "Follow us." And inside was something unexpected. This is what happened. The hedge looked solid, like something I couldn't pass through, but I did. And then this is what happened. And stick with me because I'm going to make it relate to your situation. There's a literal secret world here, an actual secret world. On a normal street, my negative circumstances forced me to slow down. And when I was slowing down to deal with it, and I looked around, that's when I discovered this beautiful little place, this beautiful little world. There's actually a ceiling of plants right now. It's all bunches of dappled, tangled leaves with flowers, and the way the sunlight filters through is just really magical. It feels like a magical little fairy world over here. And it's just on a normal street, carved out. Someone made it, I guess. But I would have missed it. And it gave me perspective that the negative circumstances in our life could be secret passages. I know that's really hard when you're faced with a negative circumstance because you're just busy dealing with it. But the phrase I want to give you, the rescue phrase, is this. This is what I thought when it happened. I said to myself, everything always works in my favor. So I wonder how this one's going to work out. Everything always works in my favor, so I wonder how this circumstance is going to work out. And I definitely didn't think getting some gross thing on my foot was going to lead to something good, right? I thought even something small like that definitely didn't seem like, oh, that's a good that one's going to turn into that's easily to see how that's going to turn good, right? It was in the slowing down. And when I slowed down, my kids grabbed my hand and discovered this little place. And to me, that's symbolic. What it's telling me is that when you're hit with a negative circumstance, your inner child can take your hand and show you the beauty that you might have otherwise missed. If let's say you were trying to go to school and get a certain career and then something negative happened and totally derailed your path. Well, maybe there's something really, really beautiful that you're meant to notice, that you're meant to enjoy in that being derailed, in that being off the path that you thought you needed to be on. There's something truly special, magical, and meant for you there, off that path. There's something off the path. It's a detour, right? But that detour is worth taking. And the negative circumstance might be the thing that tells you, slow down. Hey, slow down. I see you. Slow down. Hey, you're going through this a little too fast. Just slow down for a bit. Slow down. Handle this, because when you're handling it, you're forced to slow down, right? And when you slow down, you see things you might have otherwise missed. You might take a new path. You might change what you were doing. You might change directions. You might discover something you never would have known about. And so, as I was saying, the rescue phrase that you can always remember if you're faced with some negative circumstances, and the 3D is just being the 3D, and it's a difficult day or something's happening that's really not what you want, that's totally fine. Sometimes it's just old stuff. It's old stuff that's just populating out, and sometimes we just have to let that momentum die out so our new manifestations can take hold of what we're actually manifesting, right? But in that process, sometimes we see the result of our old manifestations playing out, our unconscious manifestations, the beliefs that we had that are just populating without our knowledge, the things that were programmed into us, the things that we think is normal, the things that we think is standard, the things we feel safe with, even if we might feel safe or normal in circumstances that aren't what we're actually trying to manifest now. But because we haven't consciously approached that, or we haven't prioritized that, that's what we see. So as we're becoming more conscious, trying to change our life in the ways we actually want, sometimes we still see the results of those past beliefs playing out and populating out into our reality. So when that's happening, use the rescue phrase, everything works in my favor. So I wonder how this one's going to work out. I wonder how this one's going to flip in my favor. Everything always works in my favor. So I wonder how this thing's going to flip in my favor too. Because we can make it so that even if it seems like it's not working out, it's actually gonna work out even better. It's actually gonna work out even better than if that thing had never happened. You're gonna get your manifestation and more. You're gonna get, like, I got the bike ride and more, right? I ultimately got the bike ride, cleaned off my foot, and then I got more. So that's what's gonna happen for you when you're faced with those negative circumstances. Oh, it's just accumulating more right now. More is happening. It's getting better. It's getting bigger. Oh, okay. It's a little glitch. It seems like a glitch, but really, my manifestation is just building. It's getting bigger. It's getting better. More is being put into my bank account. More love is getting accumulated like a snowball so that it can all hit me at once. So think of it like that. When I'm hit with a negative circumstance, when the 3D is really bothering me, I say to myself, how's this one going to flip in my favor? Because everything always flips in my favor. Everything always works out for me. So I know this must work. This is going to work out for me. I don't know yet. I'm excited. It's like my own little surprise party. I wonder how this one's going to surprise me. I wonder how this one's going to work in my favor. So this one, that little trick has gotten me out of a lot of negative circumstances, and I've seen confirmation of that now. A lot of the time when things happen that seem bad, I say that little phrase, and over I get confirmation that it did work in my favor. Oh, that did work in my favor. And as it happens more and more, then you build your beliefs more and more, and it just becomes an unstoppable way to get you out of anything that's negative. So I want you to see how cute this little area is. But that is the secret passageway out of negative circumstances into your own little secret garden, into your own little world of magic. So I hope that helps. Think about the secret passage, the secret garden next time you're faced with negative circumstances. And remember, it's always working in your favor. I wonder how this one's going to flip in your favor, because I know it is. Until the next one, bye.